Holy fucking shit, the madman did it. Miralis, a Greatsword speedrunner, has managed to get the world's first Arc-Tempered Taroth Pursuit Level 1 solo kill on PS4. Link to that video is in the top right and in the description. Go watch it right now. It is some of the biggest brain cleanest shit I have ever seen. Seriously, go watch it. You can click back and watch the rest of this video afterwards. As far as I, as well as any of the ATKT optimizers and speedrunners I talk with, and just the community in general can find, this is the world's first P1 solo. And yes, this was done on PS4, so no, there is no PC tomfoolery possibly going on. So the point of this video is two things. A, I want to shill the ever-loving out of this run. This is a huge achievement, one that we for the longest time thought was mathematically impossible to do. At the time of recording this video, his video has been out for about 6 hours and only has 1.2 thousand views. Unacceptable! Seriously, go watch it right now. But I also want to talk about the fact that yes, this means that a solo P1 is possible, but no, it doesn't mean you can farm it. You will still need a team to effectively farm ATKT. Solo P1s are not a very repeatable thing by any means. And no, I won't be using any footage from the actual run because I have not yet contacted Miralis about it and I don't want to use it without his permission. I am potentially interested in doing a full breakdown video of the entire run of his, but I'll have to talk to him of course before I even think about doing that. And considering that I don't speak Japanese, that might be a bit difficult. But let's talk about this huge achievement of a run. So Miralis, if you didn't know, is a Greatsword speedrunner. He has a large body of work, mostly focusing on Greatsword speedruns non-TA of monsters like Behemoth and Kulve Taroth. He also has some 4-man heroics runs of Arc-Tempered Kushala and the like, which are hilarious. I first learned about Miralis about 7 to 8 months ago when someone informed me that he had gotten a solo P1 for old KT with Greatsword. Back then, our knowledge on a lot of the smaller mechanics of Kulve were in their infancy. Miralis was actually the first person I ever saw use Dragon Pod counting to get trips on KT in Area 4. You can pretty much thank him for our investigation into the exact workings of flinch mechanics with pods. And for the past month, Miralis has been grinding out trying to get this solo ATKT run with Greatsword. Now, while for old KT he was able to use Greatsword exclusively and still get a P1 solo out of it, ATKT's part threshold is so much higher he didn't really have that liberty. So he does run light bowgun along with some fortify tactics to get himself to Area 4 where he just grabs his Greatsword. And just go watch the run, his play is unbelievably clean. But let's talk about the more important part. No, this does not mean that solo ATKT farming is really a feasible thing still. Miralis is a god-level GS speedrunner and god-level ATKT solo speedrunner. And he has been grinding for at least a month to get this single run. By our calculations, he literally gets the last hit on the horns to break it the moment ATKT is about to get up and leave. Now, the timer isn't exact for ATKT's Area 4 yet, so we're not 100% sure about this, but basically this was extremely tight. And the reason why he took so long to grind out this run, and why this is not very easily replicable in the slightest, is because your ability to break ATKT's horn solo in Area 4 is extremely dependent upon her AI RNG. The thing is that Area 1 through 3 is very scriptable. It is very possible to make sure that every single time you get all of your fortified procs, you break as many parts as you need to trigger Fury, and you also get the horn chip before Area 4. I'm not saying it's easy because it's not, but it is scriptable. But if you watch the Area 4 of his run, which why aren't you watching that right now? Seriously, just watch this video after you watch his run because it's amazing. But you can see that he has extremely good KT AI RNG in that particular run. He gets 0 bite attacks, he gets 0 charges, he gets 0 standing lava pukes. All of these are huge time waster attacks. If he had gotten a single charge attack, he might not have managed to actually break her horns in time. Now, I'm not saying any of this to discount his run. As I repeated over and over, his run is unbelievably clean. He doesn't make mistakes in this run. But the reality is, without good ATKT AI RNG, this isn't possible. Another big thing is his weapon choice, Greatsword. You need focus 3 to be able to get 2 level 3 TCSes off during a trip for ATKT. And the Focus 3 set for GS is one of the few that did get better with Arc-Tempered Nurg's armor. On top of that, GS has a unique interaction with ATKT's horns. GS does have an innate flinch modifier on a lot of its charge slashes at different levels. Most notably, TCS at level 3 has a 1.7 times flinch modifier. Now, I haven't tested these personally, but Hax Jester, a ATKT speedrunner we've mentioned on the channel before, and the guy who wrote the script for the P1R17 guy we put out recently, he has tested these before and confirmed that they do in fact work for ATKT's horn health, which is a really big deal. It means that a level 3 TCS is basically doing 70% more damage than you see on screen to her horns. This still doesn't seem to be enough to make up the difference between something like Switch Axe or Dual Blades for a 4-man run, but for a solo run, it's a big difference. So realistically, with how close the GS got to timing out with actually completing this run, the only other weapon that could probably feasibly do a P1 solo might be Ice Charge Blade. It's the only one that really would have the damage output necessary to actually manage to get a solo horn break before the time runs out. And that's purely in theory. So far, the only one we know for certain can manage it is Greatsword. And again, it is so dependent on the AI RNG, you cannot do this replicably. You have to grind and grind it out until you get that god RNG, and you also do not mess up at all, and then maybe, just maybe, you can get a P1 solo. So yes, this does not mean it's going to be feasible to solo farm ATKT through P1s. In order to consistently solo ATKT, you'll need to be at minimum at P2, and even then you have to play very cleanly and know what you're doing. And on top of that, that does mean that you have to get to P2, which takes at least 2 rotations of picking up tracks for solos, which is a minimum 8 minutes of hunt time unless you want to lose a single siege rewards. And that's per hunt, meaning 16 minutes, more close to maybe 18 or 20 including loading times and restocking. If we say roughly 20 minutes for a P2 solo, then now you're looking at 40 minutes at least per horn break just to get rewards. And that's assuming you can solo her at P2, which not a lot of people can. Unfortunately, ATKT is designed to be a siege monster. She's designed to be played in multiplayer. So if you want to farm up the Kiara weapons, you're gonna have to find a group to play with. It does kinda suck, but them's the breaks. Alright, that's all I got for you on this one, guys. I wanted to make this a relatively quick video just to shill Miralis' run because it deserves a lot more attention than it's getting. And to also explain that while this is a huge achievement, it does not mean soloing ATKT is still a feasible thing. We do get quite a lot of people asking in the comments about how to solo ATKT, and the answer is you don't. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like it and let us know what you think of Miralis' run in the comments. And again, Miralis' run is in the top right and the description. Go watch it if you haven't, because oh my god, it's amazing. I also want to thank Hax Jester for not only letting me know about Miralis' new run, but also discussing the various things about ATKT P1 solos and what is and isn't feasible and all of that. Hax is another phenomenal solo ATKT speedrunner, and who knows, maybe he'll get the world's second ATKT P1 solo. And if you're interested in finding some peeps to group up with to tackle ATKT, then be sure to check out our Discord server, the Mathalus Nest. We also do have a Twitter where we post updates about videos as well as just general things that interest us. And be sure to check out Tuna over on Twitch. He does stream Monster Hunter World and plenty of ATKT when she is around on both console and PC. And of course, if you're interested in supporting us directly, be sure to check out our Patreon. And an especially big thank you to MC Persona, Foray, Yoshi Cho, David Sternberg, XCLK07, Haika, Moki Powder, David Zhu Sinclair, Warren Kios, Hensatsuken, Wed Manticore, Dr. Awesome Farts, Bram Orsel, Anti-Spartan, Lightweight, Jonathan Shore, PB Livingston, Jordan Petit, Skylar Yang, Checkleman, Lupin, Mongus, Kumiko, Triple Agent, Augusto Oliveira, Alan O'Dom, Baguette, Zimv, Billy Barthel, Magister Obscura, Jamie, and every single one of you who supports us on Patreon. Thanks to you, we can continue making the kinds of videos we normally do, which are those heavily research, very content-dense style videos. We know this is not normal kinds of content, but we really do appreciate every single one of you who helps support us. I'm just really excited about the whole Miralis getting the world's first ATKT P1 speedrun, so I wanted to make sure to shill it. But don't worry, we'll be back to our regular style content coming up with the next video. So thank you guys again. Speaking of the next video, those are going to be the updated Charge Blade meta sets. we'll be covering both the updated Impact CB sets that have changed because of Octempo Nergigante, as well as the new Kiar Elemental CB sets. And we may have a special guest. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you will hear about those as soon as they come out. Or don't. In fact, you know what? Go subscribe to Miralis right now and go watch his video and give it a like, because he really deserves it. Alright, happy Murica Day, and see you guys on the next one. Happy hunting, hunters. Bye!